Let's take a close look at Yeshivas Kias and find out why no one will deny that it's the best summer program around. Besides having the best counselors, Ari, we're talking about you there. Ari, that's you. Besides having the greatest counselors that work the hardest with a big smile, Amacha, we're talking a big smile now. They have a head counselor that puts the rules down very swiftly and very harshly. It has everybody scared. Shruly, are you scared? Shruly, come on, you heard him rehearse in your house. Yeah, you did, huh? Now, if you were listening very closely, Ellie, you would know that you're not supposed to be chewing gum right now in Zal. Because that's what he's saying. Do not chew gum in Zal. Arguing in your room on the first day is something to be embarrassed of, very ashamed of. You don't even know your roommate. Yes, you should be embarrassed. Rabbi Plutsky, what are you unpacking right now? What do you have? You have a Rambam. That makes it very warm, the atmosphere. That makes the atmosphere in ISP very hot. Way too hot for some people to sleep. Even too hot for some people to stay on their mattresses. They have to get onto their spring to get some more air. But when it comes morning time and you open up your eyes and you see another day in YSP, sometimes you just wish you didn't wake up. You just say, not today. You just turn around and say, not today. But when you have a beautiful face in the morning and you see it's going to be a beautiful day, you say, hey, Zevi, good morning. Getzi, do you want to get up this morning? You want to wake up? You don't have to be up for too long. Don't worry about it. Learning classes is coming up. Ellie, are you trying to memorize something? How about you, Label? Are you deeply inspired? Are you trying to meditate right now? What are you trying to do? You trying to memorize? What's happening here? Label? Oh, we sorry to interrupt you. Getzi, you're happy you woke up this morning now. Because now you're learning hard. I'm sorry if I said you're learning there. Oh, we finally have two Bachram learning the way it ought to be. Learning nicely. Yosef Brickman, don't give me the eyes now. That changes the whole scene. You bored, baseball? Are you looking at the camera instead of the game? Are you bored? Can you do something interesting, exciting to let us know that you're still involved? Yeah, that is pretty exciting or boring in baseball. Come on, what's that? Man at first and third, ground ball to the pitcher, picks up and throws to third. What are you doing? Now you have the shortstop on your case. You have the first baseman telling you nicely, please don't do that again. Come on! You know what this does to your playoff chances, Yankee? You know games like this, you know what might happen to your playoff chances? You know what happens, Yankee? Tell it like it is. Bye, it's over. Now, everybody's heard of a diving catch, but you're about to see a diving throw invented by Kushi Schusterman in 1998. A diving throw, beautiful. Baseball is a game not where you try hardest in YSP, but if you complain hardest, and Mendel Shexman gets it his way again and again. But you know what happens if you lose? This is what happens to the losers. I mean, not to the losers, but that's what happens if you lose. Now, you can scream and scream and scream and scream. You can point fingers and point more fingers in more directions, but the referees in YSP will just talk on their radios and laugh some more. And laugh. And you know who they're laughing at? Macha, tell them who they're laughing at. You're laughing at the Talmidim for the way they're playing. Sometimes it was pretty funny. Talking about funny, you want to catch a touchdown pass, go straight to your fridge, grab a drink, and just chill out. Zag l'chaim, no problem. It's part of the plan. It's all part of the plan. In basketball, there's a lot to do. You have to make a plan, a decision, who's taking who. I think this team is making more of an idea where to run when this game is over for a hideout. That's the way they played basketball. YSP has full barbecues, and I'm talking full. Full, has everybody full. Eating and eating and eating. Chaim, you've been eating hot dogs all day now. Who are you eating for? Who are you eating for? You mind telling me? Yeah, tell me. Who is that for? Who is that for? That was for who? Please? Come on. That was for Beryl. That's your big brother. That's so nice of you. Ooh, how about this? He's all chilled out. He's leaning on the gate. He's all, what's up? Yeah. Please get the camera off me. I'd appreciate that. But he's watching a baseball game, and it's a pretty good and interesting baseball game. It has the runners in motion, and has runners doing all kinds of things. It has the runners sliding into second. Now, if a slide's not good enough, you know what you might have to do? You might have to dive into home plate. Beautiful. Chemia, are you upset at some Talmidim? Because I have a good idea for you. I think you picked up the idea. Yeah, that's my idea. Do that, jump pretty hard on the right kids at the right time, and look what happens. You got your results. Buck is an interesting game. Buck is a game you have to be able to hang on or hang out. Now, what happens if a big guy would play this game? A big guy that really you wish would take a walk. How about you taking a walk, parrots? How about you take a walk, or how about Yossi giving you a walk, or taking you for a walk on your own? What's a small guy's percentages of playing this game effectively? Yeah, that's pretty effective. Nice, clean, unscathed, no problem. It's not such a complicated game. You know, Scrabble's a game where you have to have a head to play the game. I mean, if you don't have a head in Scrabble, you can't play. But Buck Buck, do you need a head of Remy? If Remy's using his head of Buck Buck, that's not fair. Talking about not fair, what's the chance of this game being fair when the Canucks being the referee? Let's go. Let's move on to see what Morty. Morty, now if you don't put your head down, someone might have to do it for you. He does it nicely. If you don't want to see what happens in the Staff Tom Mid and Buck Buck game, have your face covered. No problem. No problem. Beautiful. Zalman going in. Buck Buck goes up nice and swiftly. Aaron Rabin is a guy that has Tom Midden usually, or anybody following him. But if you don't follow him, he's just going to take you with him. That's just the way it is. As Tom Midden falling this way and that way and falling out. Finally, nice landing. Shamka goes and lands on me. So I have to get it back. I don't care where you are, Shamka. I'm getting you. Yes, I don't care what, where, or when. I'm going to get you back. Ari landing hard. Some heavy delivery on the way. That's Chaneh coming down hard and heavy. Buck Buck is a crazy game. It has everybody falling backwards, or not everybody, but the Talmidim. The staff are working very hard, not only during the day, but at night. Not only with the kids, but in the kitchen. Aaron, can I ask you a question, please? Aaron, will you take a question? Are you too into your work, Aaron? Oh, thank you for giving us attention. Here we have learning. I thought we had learning. Levi, you've been drinking something? Are you under something? Are you under the influence? You have been drinking. That explains what's going on here. David, explain him very carefully. Explain him with your hand, and you know what? I think he understood exactly what you were saying, to the point he's able to explain it back to you. It's pretty simple. And the staff, these staff, are they normal? Are you normal? Hello? Goodbye. Hello? I mean, if I gave the Talmidim an opportunity to tell these staff exactly what he felt about them, what would he say? What would you say there?
You're crazy.